A popular police cadet is missing and presumed dead.
She did not leave that home alive that day.
But what's bizarre about this case is that it's not a whodunit.
Is there any other suspect out there?
No.
Detectives believe they know who murdered her.
Scumbag loser. He's a waste of a human spine.
So why is he still walking the streets a free man? 35-year-old Kelly was a spiritual and adventurous soul. She was athletic, smart, and had traveled the world.
The greatest joy about being Kelly's mom is what?
She was always happy, just a very happy, peaceful, loving person.
And spontaneously moving from Colorado to Indian Rocks Beach on Florida's Gulf Coast was her latest adventure.
Her eyes would sparkle. Her giggle was infectious. She always found the good in everyone.
Donna, butterfly. It's Kelly. Happy Sunday.
Donna Sherritt, Kelly's best friend, remembers the day they met.
Met her at a beach meditation circle. She said, "Hi, I'm Kelly." And in that moment, I knew that I had met one of my best friends.
Life in Florida was good and seemed to get even better when Kelly met a man vacationing there. That man was attractive, charming, and swept Kelly off her feet. That man was David Perry.
Lauren, do you know how they met?
At a salad bar at a restaurant, and he offered her pepper. And she was by herself, and then he went and sat down with her.
From salad to sweethearts in almost 60 seconds flat, the relationship moved fast. Within weeks, David moved into Kelly's condo.
She just kept saying how much they were in love with each other, and she even said, "I know this sounds crazy, but it feels right." So I just tried to be supportive.
46-year-old David Perry, originally from New York, was a retired New York State corrections officer. Kelly's sister Lauren met David shortly after he moved in.
First impression of Mr. Perry?
I liked him. He was very friendly and charming.
But good first impressions morphed into questionable second ones. Turns out David was militant, some would say obsessive-compulsive, about cleanliness.
He vacuumed probably 3 times a day. The lines in the carpet had to go a certain way. The day that we left, my sister, and I think this was just in fear of not having to deal with him, had us clean the bedroom we were staying in, clean the bathroom, spot checked everything.
So did you see his behavior starting to change her behavior?
Yes, yeah. I didn't understand how this fast, she became this almost other person, and she was just constantly worried about him.
Many say David was becoming increasingly possessive and controlling. Donna says he shut down Kelly's social media account, read her emails, and isolated her from friends and family.
But Kelly told me she could feel, he was closing in on her.
Then, 3 years into their relationship, Kelly made a surprising life decision. She enrolled in the police academy. Kelly was going to become a cop.
She was a motivator. She never quit. She never complained. Students, they looked up to Kelly.
4 weeks from graduation at the academy, Kelly was happy. At home with David, she was not. Kelly decided she'd had enough, but leaving wasn't going to be easy. It was a cool evening in March, and Kelly was ready to have a fun girls' night at Donna's. But Donna says David had other plans.
She wasn't in my house 2 minutes, and her text message goes off. Couple of minutes goes by. Text again. Text again. We probably spent 2 hours inside my house. And those 2 hours, again, 80 to 90% of it was Kelly on the phone with him.
What was she saying?
She's saying, "I told you, I'm through with this. I'm done with this, Dave. I told you, it's over."
What David didn't know was that Kelly had already found a new place to live, and she would be leaving him and moving in the next day.
Scumbag loser said, "I'm going to bed. You have a good time with Donna. I'm sorry I ruined your weekend."
They leave to go grab drinks, but once in Donna's truck, Kelly says,
"I need you to lock your door." And I go, "What? What's going on?" She goes, "That car over there?" She goes, "That's Dave." I'm like, Kelly, he doesn't know where I live. How did he get here? She goes, "I don't know. He must have followed me."
Donna says as she and Kelly drove off, David was not far behind. He was following them, Eventually, they were able to lose David in traffic. Safe back at the house, Donna couldn't shake what had happened.
And I'm just standing there going, this is not normal, Cal. This is not normal. You need to call somebody. This is messed up. He's stalking you. He's stalking me. She goes, no, it's going to be okay. It's going to be all right. I can take care of this. Don't worry about it.
Kelly thought David had gone home, but he hadn't. He was back. His car parked at Donna's with a black shirt hanging in front of the windshield.
She walked straight up to that car and she goes, well, would you look at that? Dave's here. And I just got cold chills. She just yanked it open and she said, what the hell are you doing, Dave? And I'm just standing there watching this. He's like, but Kelly, I love you. I promise I'll change. No, it's over, Dave. I told you, I am done. And he said, well, then fine, fine.
David peeled off into the night. Donna was shell-shocked. Kelly tried to make light of it, until, that is, they went to bed that night.
And I could tell she was crying, but trying not to. She goes, you know, I'm scared. I'm really changing my life. Everything's gonna be different. But what if he has a hard time with this? How am I gonna help him through this? That's what she was afraid of.
And that's not all.
He told her, if you ever leave me, I will throw your dead body in the Gulf and they will never find you.
The next day was going to be a life-changing one. Kelly was going to leave David for good. Kelly and Donna had lunch at Chili's. In the parking lot, as they said their goodbyes, Donna pleaded with Kelly to not go see David alone.
I grabbed her hand. I said, Kelly, please. Please, I'm begging you. Let me follow you. And she pulled her hands back, strong and fierce, and she said, no. And she folded her arms across her chest. And she said, no, I don't want you to come. I got this.
Coming up.
Neighbors did hear loud banging and vacuuming right after that.
Kelly Rothwell was missing and presumed dead. And David Perry, a new life in New York, but with many nipping at his heels.
David Perry hates my guts. I know he'd like to see me dead.